My shoes were from Shoe
My
Zone, bro.
Shoe Zone or Clark's.
Yeah.
My mum would take me to Clark's to get the proper, the boat shoe thing. The proper boat shoes with the lace that just about crosses over, because my foot was wide, boy. So I had to shove in the foot in the thing and do shoehorn. You remember shoehorn?
Yeah.
You put your shoes in. Because I'm.
We are back. I don't even know what episode this is. I don't know the number.
We're not sure the number.
But we're back.
But if you're rocking with us, you're rocking with us.
Thank you, and thank you for rocking with us.
And allowing us to be a part of your weekly rotation.
Yeah.
We know you loved us. We know you missed us. I don't know why we're talking like we're not episodes deep. However many episodes. You notice I blanked out the number.
No, it is. It's like a launch.
Yeah, it's weird.
I don't know how many episodes we recorded.
We're not. Yeah. We should actually find that out, because we will get to 100 and then we won't have celebrated it.
True. Or we could just delay the celebration and do it at 100,
Yeah.
episode 131.
150. We'll do episode
150
celebration.
Should we do 150 instead?
Yeah.
No, we're going to do 100. We're going to do 100. We'll do 100. We'll do 100.
But yeah, as we were saying, guys. Quickly, before we continue with what we were saying about relationships and link-ups in real life. Announcements. Announcements.
Hey, guys, I don't even know about these announcements.
I don't even know about these announcements.
Go on.
The announcements are: follow our social media, because some of you, you're gonna, the call to action's coming before the end of the podcast. We're doing it Stephen Bartlett style. I know some of you are watching this content, and half of you are not subscribed. And we want to get that number up 8%. And I promise you this: if we can get that number just up to 58, we will make this podcast bigger and better. Thank you. And please buy Huel. We love you, Stephen. We'd love to have you on the podcast one day.
No, I'd love to see you on the pod.
But yeah, so please follow our social medias.
Yeah.
At The Point Podcast on TikTok. That's THEE Point Podcast and THE Point Podcast on all other social media platforms. Now, as we were, my friend.
I was even going to ask you a question first.
Chat to me.
What are you grateful for? Remember, we do this weekly now. So, what are you grateful for? It could be the same thing. It could be nothing.
It's so good. This is such a good question. I love this question. What am I grateful for? Do you know what I'm grateful for this week? I'm grateful for the ability to change your life.
Ooh. Do you want to elaborate on that?
Sure thing, my bro.
Go on.
I think for me, maybe it's just the content I've been consuming and things I've been seeing in the stage of life that I'm at. But I've been really noticing that there are a lot of different ways that people live their lives, and that in life, you think that you kind of have to start off doing one thing and stay at that thing forever. But actually, especially in today's gig economy, there is the ability to live multiple lives in your life.
Yep.
And I think that's one thing I'm really grateful for, because before I used to think life was about being linear. When you get to this age, you do this and you do that and you do this. But as you get older, you realize you still have the same passions that you did when you were younger.
Yep.
And so for me, when things haven't been going my way, I can get frustrated, because I'm like, no, I'm supposed to be on this linear path. But I'm starting to now embrace more this idea that, actually, maybe things aren't going your way because you're actually supposed to pivot into a new direction that in and of itself comes with a lot of excitement, adventure, this idea of growth, this idea of change, something new. So I'm just really grateful for that, It's I think because of our parents' generation, I feel like I'm over-explaining it a bit.
No.
I feel like because of our parents' generation, they were in jobs and they stayed in those jobs for 30, 40, 50 years.
Yep.
So the idea of starting over it makes you feel like you're behind. But I think, again, in today's gig economy, the way things are set up, I just feel like we can all live multiple lives. We're multi-dimensional beings. Yes. We're able to, work in one place and exercise your skills in another place, and we just have multifaceted skills. So I am grateful for being able to pivot and start over. And bro, that's what I'm grateful for.
I love that. I love that.
And how about yourself?
I'm grateful for second chances. Yeah, I think a lot of us tend to beat ourselves up when we don't get things right the first time. And it's not really, that's not how life goes. Life, you have your ups and downs, and it's meant to make you a better person when you do go through those down periods, right? And I am grateful that I've been given multiple second chances to learn from my mistakes. And yeah, man, like things are going all right. Do you know what I mean?
I love that.
Yeah, and I've learned from my mistakes, and I'm molding myself into the person that I want to be. I am that person now,
Yeah.
but there's still a few things that I can mold and not perfect, because I'll never be perfect, but satisfy me.
Yes.
So,
yes.
yeah.
That's beautiful, bro.
Yeah, man.
Just to on that second chances thing, I think what's so good about that is the fact that like life doesn't end when you think it's gonna end.
It doesn't.
Sometimes there's some moments in your life where you think, oh, my life's over, man.
Yeah.
My life is over.
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna be this and I thought it was gonna be that, but it doesn't actually end until it ends.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, man, it's a beautiful thing to evolve, to grow, to discover new parts of yourself. And also, I kind of think, to the point I made about being able to start over and us being multi-dimensional beings and all of these things, I think I've always sort of lived that way or wanted to live that way. I came to a realization where I was like, you know what, Michael, maybe you're actually living the life you actually wanted to live. And this is not... you sometimes when you get it, what you thought you wanted, you're like, oh, is this what? Because you're no longer longing.
Yeah.
But I'm like, actually, this is kind of it. I when I was at school, I always chose a broad range of subjects because I didn't want to be pigeonholed. I got to uni, I did cool. I was studying economics, but I was like into radio, I was into music, I was into theatre, acting, all these various different things, and I'd never wanted to limit myself to one thing. So. Yeah, man, that's all I had to say on that as well. I just think it's a privilege to have a second chance and to start over.
Yeah, and I think that second chance that we all have gives us the ability to also improve in other aspects of our lives as well. It doesn't just have to be like, career orientated, but everything in general. Like for me, I could talk about what I'm going through personally, right? Like I am going through a weight loss journey. And I've been the thing is, anyone that has known, I've been on this journey for like 3-4 years, right? And so the first time I did it, I lost 20 kilos. Like, I said, not by myself, but I had a PT as well. Shout out to Max. Had a PT, and then I regained all that weight back. So I regained all that weight back, and I'm currently on a new journey, and I'm cutting it. And I ain't gonna say how much I lost, but I'm killing it. Right. But that journey has made me a better person, and it's given me that, being given another chance to be able to just cut the weight, right? And show that I can be disciplined and that I can stick to a routine and I essentially want this. Man, I'm grateful, man. I'm grateful. I'm so grateful for it, man.
Bro, fitness, that's another thing. I know we're only supposed to choose one thing, but I'm like, fitness.
Come on, man.
There's something about being able to move your body, man, and lift. Like, I've been on this calisthenics journey.
Yeah.
Bro, it's so crazy because yes, all right, cool, the aesthetics, calisthenics, cut your body, and look in your best.
You're cutting though. You're cutting though.
I'm cutting, Thank you, bro.
Do you know what he's doing? Yeah, he's strip teasing on TikTok, bruv. He'll be doing them dances in his white vest, bruv. We know what he's doing. We know. I never mentioned it to him because I'm like, I know what you're doing, and then I check the comments as well. So all the babes in there, I know your panty is wet.
I'm screaming.
I know. and that's why he does it over and over again.
Parasocial relationship, boy. Literally, I'm the parasocial boyfriend. But literally, that cutting, going through that, you're not only is your body chiseling. Why am I ducking down in the chair being shy? Not only is your body chiseling, but mentally, bro, it's just going to the gym disciplines you in such a way. We talk about this all the time. Yeah. It just causes you to face things in your life where you're like, actually I can. Yeah. If I can lift heavy weights and I can stay committed to this thing, it means I actually love myself to stay committed to this thing. Yeah. Yeah. Which then overflows in other areas. Yeah. The mental fortitude, the consistency, then end up being consistent at other things. So, yeah, man. And then, well, since you added the weight loss journey, and you're doing very, very well, by the way.
Yeah,
bro. Bro's killing it. And we've been obviously playing badminton, all of those things.
Yeah.
So we're making sure that we're active. We're not just gymming. We're socializing with it as well. You know what I mean?
And meeting new people along the way as well.
Yes,
like,
absolutely, bro.
I love it. I love it.
How many black people play badminton? You lot
Bruv.
will be surprised, Black people are in at that badminton.
In it. Especially the Friday that just went by, bro.
Bro, we go badminton at 7 a.m. on a Friday morning. Yes, 7 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
If you see black people, it's black people and Chinese. That's all that's there.
It's the blacks and the Chinese.
But let me not lie, I'm trying to get like the Chinese. The Chinese are killing it.
They're so sick at it.
Guys, they're middle-aged and they are
killing it. They record their games as well.
Yeah.
Like they'll record
their Rode mic, they've got their DSLR like how we have right now. And they annihilate it. Like they actually just kill it.
Yeah.
The women, the men. And when they hit the thing, it's like they hit it and it slices through the air.
And it glides.
Mm-hmm.
It glides. So get.
Oh. And it just shows me the importance of community. They're getting fit. Yes, they're practicing their badminton, but community.
Yep.
And that brings me on to what we wanted to talk about today, which was one of the things that we feel like it's kind of been lost in a sense, especially among, I see a lot of young black Brits talking about it specifically.
Yeah, a lot.
They feel like they're not really getting the same community that they experienced, that their parents had. The hall parties or going over to your auntie's house just for no reason, just so you can go there.
Yeah, just to be there. Yeah.
That kind of has started to crumble a little bit for some people.
Yeah. Do you know how deep here I was thinking about? Yeah. I got obviously, so when I moved out of my parents' house, I took a few pictures with us because my mum has like this big like family album, and then because their family album is filled up, there's like a bunch of like pictures that she just keeps, right? So I took a few of them, just for memories and that, right? And then there's this one particular picture that I have of myself and my siblings and my mum, right? And we're at a house party, and then I started thinking, I was like, Mum used to take us to the house parties, like we don't have that. Like, we're not even hosting any house parties. Where the house parties at?
You know what? Yeah, and for my brethren with kids as well, because I know childcare is such a huge thing.
Yeah.
Remember the days where it was like all the kids were just in the room? Do you know the room where all the coats are on the bed?
Yeah.
That's where the kids go.
Yeah.
The coats are on the bed. The kids go in there and they're playing their game while the parents are just enjoying themselves.
I don't remember my mom talking about childcare.
No.
What was childcare? She'd bring the kids with her and we'd party and then we'd be in the room with all the other kids.
All the adults are in there drinking, eating, whatever.
Yeah.
And then we'd be in the other room. So I just feel like where has that gone?
Do you know what it is? It's isolation. Like, it's capitalism as well. Let me get into my bag.
Talk on it.
We are not as condensed as we used to be because we're all moving to different parts of the country now because the cost of living is too expensive to live in London. And so I don't know if we are formulating communities in the spaces that we live in, or are there even enough of us to formulate communities? And also, let's be real, sometimes there's racial tension if you move to a particular area you're unsure of, or you've heard things about that area. Like, we grew up right next to Kent, right? And we know all the stories about Kent. And particularly where I live, the town I live in, it was synonymous with racism and the stories that you heard. And so you would feel like, I can't go there because, they're going to attack me, right? And I feel like all those things that I've mentioned are essentially preventing us from commuting and being in community. And it's a far cry away from what our parents experience and what we experience as children, and we got to get that back.
I think as well, there isn't enough hanging out for hanging out's sake.
Yeah,
there's a lot of the third space. We talked about this before, but the third space has been diminished, right?
Yeah.
Typically, you have your workspace, you have your home. So your home is your first space, your work is your second space, and your third space is where you obviously socialize. For those who don't know, but that's been eradicated somewhat because, cost of living, all the rest of it. But I think we need to get back to just chilling out for chilling out's sake.
We went pub on Friday just to chill out. And then it turns into a shrubs.
We were so shocked. We got there and we were like, all right, we're having a couple of drinks. We're in Prince of Peckham. guys, the DJ was like, I've never seen it this packed before.
Yeah.
They did the bouncers. I went outside the party, yeah. The bouncers are like, fam, I thought today was going to be dead. It was ram full of people.
Ram up. Why? Because people are looking for a space in which they can just enjoy themselves.
For free.
It was free.
It was free. All you have to do is purchase your drink, and you don't even have to do that.
Yeah.
You just go.
You can still get in for free.
These
imagine?
are the things that we need to start doing again. And I did that TikTok video a time ago about black people needing to go to the pub, right? And that thing
that went viral, bro.
I was like, guys, and I know there was a lot of pushback. Some people were like, no, but pubs are racist and da. Guys, I'm not going to say it's all in your mind, but sometimes it kind of
might be
a little
bit still.
I promise you, because the snow bunnies that were in that Prince of Peckham, where nobody was in that Prince of Peckham now. So
bear hops into the pub.
Bunny hop. Just bear. So like it's we need spaces where we can just chill out. It's not ticketed. It's not coming and standing on the side of the wall looking and staring at people. Some other girl on TikTok, she said one of the reasons why a lot of the party scene isn't flowing these days is because people don't go to party. They go to say that they've been.
Yes. Like, do you know, here's the thing, yeah. Me and Michael do this all the time. Yeah. If we go into a shrubs, we're going to be the first people on the dance floor, bruv.
Always.
Little two-step, little bogle, do you know what I mean? Like,
whilst everyone's around.
Everyone's just watching. And that, I wanted to make a TikTok about this. I might still make the TikTok, right? Do you know my biggest pet peeve when it comes to parties, especially black parties in this damn country, is that there'll be two people dancing in the middle and everybody will just watch them. Create one circle and watch them.
And judge.
What we did?
Why are you doing?
Why? Did you not come here to enjoy yourself as well? Do you know the thing is, bro? People are afraid to sweat.
Bro.
They're afraid to sweat, bro.
They're afraid. And they're afraid to show personality.
Yeah, personality.
They're afraid that they're going to end up on some social media. Look at this person.
And who's going to post that? And even if they do post that, you're enjoying yourself. People don't. Do you know what it is, People like curated dancing. Curated dancing. They want. You know, I can't say these choreographer. I can't say choreographer. I can't say. Sometimes I can't say Google properly. Google. What's the other one that really exaggerate? Not exaggerate.
Exacerbate.
No. There's another word that I can't remember, but I can't say. Anyway, there's some words I can't say correctly. What I'm trying to say is that we're too in and watching people instead of just enjoying ourselves and dancing. When I go, I just want to sweat out and enjoy myself. At the same time, I won't lie, I'm thinking that the John that I want to move to might be watching me and I can't sweat out.
There's that as well. Do you know, it's funny because even at Prince of Peckham that day, there was a girl that was watching me from across the thing, and you can't even tell if it's like, are they looking and they're like...
The smoker aunties were leng, by the way. Sorry, continue.
The smoker aunties. Oh, yeah. Oh, boy, I
say aunties, but they were 2 years older than me.
Basically, we were very shocked because as we looked out the window, there were quite a few women out there smoking. And we were like, "Bro, you smoke?" Like, no judgment, but it was like, "Bro, okay."
Smoker aunties.
I said the smoker aunties.
You know I'm joking.
Smoker aunties, enter the comments if it's you. Smoker aunties, Afro likes you. The do-rag pappy wants some of your... He wants the twos, ya love. He wants the twos, ya. Basically, like, it's one of those things where people are scared to show personality.
Yeah.
And they're scared to dance. They're scared to show themselves. They're scared to show that, I can actually just, like, be myself.
I think that's also why partying is dying.
Yeah.
Like, people don't want to enjoy themselves because they're thinking, well, you're going to watch me, so I'm not going to be in this vicinity.
And everything's a social media opportunity.
Yeah, everything is, let's record it all.
The third space has become TikTok, Instagram, socials. We all interact with each other's lives from a viewership basis rather than an integrated basis now. So...
Remember my guy in 2010 that was eating that girl's box? If it wasn't for social media.
Since then, social media has never been the same. Everybody said, you know what, me? I'm going to pack it in. Curated, edited versions of myself now.
Bro, every New Year's Eve, he comes up. His name is brought up.
Yep.
I feel sorry for him. What's his name? Daniel Saleh?
Daniel said,
Something like that. Oh, sorry,
him and the girl that's stepping into 2025 with prosperity and success and joy and God and blessing, and she's leaving behind trauma and
do you know what I mean?
and
Yeah.
that, you know, that cartoon of that girl.
Yeah.
It's always him and her.
Oh.
The two memes. But yeah, I think okay. So one thing I would say is, what do you feel like having gone out on Friday?
Yeah.
How did that feel?
I'm going out on Friday again. I'm going out this Friday.
We was actually supposed to record on Friday, and we said, do you know what?
no, let's go out.
We're going out.
Where they go out.
Because
No, I just want to do more of that, to be honest with you, and I just think that that's something we should all be doing. Like, make time for yourself, you know, and just to enjoy yourself. Because when I'm thinking about it now, yeah, you know, when I went to a party just over a year ago. I went to my friend's party, right, her 30th, and I was there, yeah, and this is one lang babe, popular on socials, very, very popular, right, buff, but
who
sitting in one corner. I'm not gonna say her name on here now. I'll tell you off mic. Just standing there, like, little step, nothing too crazy. I'm like, don't you want to like dance? It's only the man them that will sometimes go in the middle and be like, hey! When they get comfortable enough.
Yeah.
But it's not all the men. Some of the men, you know, the men that probably just come out of prison, rehabilitated and that, right? They're like, no, still that. Yo. Like, and one of their bedrooms might come up. Put your hand up. They'll be like, yo, what going? What you saying? You saying you good? Yeah. What you drinking? Yeah. You enjoy yourself? Yeah, man. Hey, man. Hey, you see that leng one? Yeah. Like, do you know what? Yeah. I'll wait after the party. Yeah. I'll move to her after the party, man. No. Go through now. Nah.
That eyes of like.
Nah. Let me chill.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah. Nah. You know what I'm saying?
Dead.
I ain't
Well,
trying to
enjoy
that,
yourself,
man.
bro.
Enjoy yourself, man.
Like, what you doing?
There's no expression of identity anymore. And I think that even filters at work and things of that nature.
Yeah.
You know, people talk about diversity in the workplace, right? Yeah. These are the things that they actually want. Your personality, because your personality is always going to create different type of ideas that can, you know, that can formulate in the workplace. And, you know, you can have a hand in, you know, changing things or, contributing to the business and then get promotion. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, I've told you lot this before.
it goes beyond just being social and partying. Like, it affects your entire life.
It does. And the thing is, people know when you're holding yourself back.
Yeah.
Like, we're all human. Authenticity is very vital. People know when you're not being authentic.
Yeah.
And I remember, like, I was at a party once for work and I was dancing. It was me and the only other black HR girl. Me and the girl were the only two black people in the party. Yeah, of course we start dancing together, and you know what happens. The HR lady at the time, we should get the HR girls podcast. There's a HR girls podcast. We should get them to find out if this was a sackable offense or not.
Yeah.
But she was like, she came up to me, my HR woman. She came up, she was like, Michael, that was the blackest thing I've ever seen. I was like, all right. I'm about to say her name, but all right, girl. Like, I was like, is this racist or? But I need a job, so I'm not gonna say anything. But saying that, yeah, I just think people need to show. Just be yourself. Relax. You're allowed to. You're a human. You're allowed to be alive. You're allowed to exist. You're allowed to be free, man. Do you know what I'm saying? Don't just wait for the alcohol to kick in. Like, just be free.
I think people need to go therapy, you know, because I don't think people can unlock who they are, because it's trauma as well. It's whatever they've gone through in their childhood is stopping them from being expressive and being who they are, and also it's judgment, and then it's group thinking as well. Group thinking. There's so much to it.
I think because we edit ourselves so much on social media when we're presenting ourselves, I think then we think that we need to be edited versions of ourselves in real life. Yeah. It's not saying that though. The party did go off.
It went off.
So we did start, you know, at the beginning, but eventually the party was just going
ram.
Off. Like, it was ram out. It was ram out.
It was a good night.
Very, very good night. Shout out Prince of Peckham, man. Yeah. You lot have created and that's that space there. Obviously, you've been going for time, and people always sing your praises. But I just think it's just a really, really important space for people to be able to just come together, drink, and listen to music.
What would your ideal third space look like? If you could create one of your own, what would that look like? And you can have anything, unlimited budget. So go crazy. What would that look like?
Okay, for me, I think my third space would probably look like a multi-functional venue.
Okay,
right?
go on.
So it would the closest thing that I can liken to it is a pub,
Yeah.
right? But I would maybe it's more of a center. So it would be, if I had a limited budget, you'd have a bar, an area where people can have beverages, they can socialize, they can talk.
Yeah.
It would also have a fitness center in there, because I just think and classes going on for people, etc. And then it would also have a like a games room. Basically, a massive house. I could just bring everybody to my yard.
Just a house
basically,
and everybody just
and
come
everyone
here.
come. Michael's public house. Like, I would literally, that's what I would.
Yeah.
I would like, because man, I love that. I like people being able to just be themselves in a space, and there's no agenda.
Yeah.
And there's no rating of one another. Like, you've come, and you know what I'm saying. Like,
Would you take everybody's phones away?
yes. Yes, I would do that, mate. I would take everybody's blasted phone. You can't get your phone until you come out of a venue. You have to come in and drop your phone in one bag.
Do you know that will force people to speak, you know?
Because
you know sometimes
you will find the love of your life that day.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
You will. Because you will have to socialize. There's not going to be any lighting and any...
And do you know the thing is, you can't pick up your phone when the conversation's dying.
When it gets dead.
You're gonna have to think of something to say.
And you might have to go, well, this is a bit awkward, isn't it? And
It's a
they'll
bit
go,
awkward,
yeah.
it is,
and then you both laugh. And then
you laugh
lips.
it, and then you laugh.
And then your lips, because it's awkward. Yeah? Your lips, have a little bit of a lips. You're not checking their social media. Oh, I wonder if you've got 50k followers and you're going to talk about me later on. No.
Do you feel that way? Do you feel like...
No, I don't.
Do you feel a woman has ever, like, rejected you, or, you know, has been cautious of speaking to you? Because you're bait, by the way.
Me?
Yeah.
No.
What? Me? Bro, you know you've been stopped because of your TikTok, right? You forget that, bro.
Yeah.
They
but
stopped
that's
you.
not...
No, you're bait still. You're bait. It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay. But, like, do you feel that that's ever hindered you in talking to anybody? Or?
No.
No? Okay.
No. If you don't like me, you don't like me. I don't like you neither. Yeah? So if you don't like me, oh, you're too bait. Oh, you dance on TikTok. Yeah, shut your damn mouth. You watched it. Thanks for the view, bitch. Thanks for the view.
I'm bleeping that.
You don't have to bleep that, yeah? Yeah, no. You see one thing about me, yeah? And people, do you think I don't...
Go off.
I know that I make people cringe. Like, I know that.
You think so?
Well, I think so. Maybe
No, I don't know, bro. I don't think you make people cringe. I think that's in your head again.
Maybe it's in my head. Ooh, exposing intrusive thoughts. But I know, yeah, there's some people that it's like, okay, what are you doing? Like, why are you doing this? I don't care. I was fortunate enough to see other cultures growing up, and I also in my 20s made sure to go and see other countries growing up. Nobody lives like how we do in the UK, where we're so ashamed about ourselves.
Oh yeah, you spoke about this on TikTok as well.
No one lives like that. People are like, live your life, man.
Where do you think the shame comes from?
I think it comes from I think it's projection.
Okay.
I think a lot of life is projection. I think a lot of people project because they themselves are scared to do that thing.
Yeah.
So they're like, it's easier to drag someone else down.
But this country does that a lot.
Yeah.
If you have any form of notoriety whatsoever, they're gonna drag you down. And then what they use as coping mechanisms is that, oh, doctors should be paid the same amount, or the army should be paid the same amount. I can't believe you as a football player or whatever. You're a nigger.
Join the army.
Yeah. Bro, basically it's just because you're black here, you can't do better than us.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you're white as well and you're doing better, they'll drag you down. But like, they have more of a motive.
Yeah, it's always join the army.
Bro.
It's always some like. I remember I was walking in Greenwich one time. Yeah, one old middle-aged white brother walked past. He was like, just walked past us. He was like, join the army. And
Swear.
walked off. I was like, what kind of subliminal message are you trying to drop in, my boy? What are you doing? About join the army. I was like, what do you mean join the army? Like, no, I ain't joining no army about, my life started when I joined the RAF.
Remember those ads, bro?
Yeah, my life.
Oh, my
I was
days.
born in Leicestershire, but I was raised in the RAF.
No, quick question, yeah.
Why am I taking the mic out?
Would you serve? Would you serve?
Self-care. Serve what? Self-care. All remind you. Serve what and do where? What? Serve what?
I think we're too old and they'll probably say that, we're not fit enough. Thank God I'm not
Would
fit
you serve?
enough. No. Serve for, I wouldn't
We
even,
serve,
I wouldn't
who?
even, bro, I wouldn't even serve the Nigerian army. So
I feel like I've
don't
served
even-
my time in this country already.
I've done bare. I pay taxes, man.
Facts. I've served.
I've served.
I've served. Thank you
'Cause,
very much.
I don't know why. I just thought about that. I'm thinking like if there was, if World War was to ever break
Yeah,
out,
okay, yeah, go on.
If World War ever broke out, yeah, like there's not gonna be enough people.
You know, there's actually not gonna be
Like
enough
I think it's peak. I think people are gonna. I think the country's finished.
This brother on TikTok, yeah, man said, I would rather serve crack cocaine.
Yeah,
than
yeah,
serve
yeah, I
the
saw
UK.
that,
I
I
was
saw
like,
that.
right. And he was English as well. I was like, right.
So would I
boy.
do. I'd rather serve crack cocaine. Of course. Why the hell am I gonna serve in this country, man?
You lot on your Pablo Escobar. Was Pablo Escobar a drug dealer?
Yeah. It was it Narcos? Is the
Narcos.
show based off him?
Oh yeah,
I think it is.
Pablo
Yeah,
Escobar.
Narcos.
Escobar.
Yeah.
Like I'm not. No,
I
I'm
ain't doing
serving.
serving, man.
No.
Not
No,
doing
but they
serving,
don't
man.
figure. What if they force you though? What if it's one of them?
How are they gonna force
You
me?
know the ones they bang on your door, yeah? They drag you out your yard. Oi, come on, get in the office.
So if I go, alright, okay. I don't want to. I don't know what
Nah,
I
they
do.
drag
I'm gonna
my
run.
food.
I'm gonna run.
No.
No. They'll drag
Think
me.
of the scene,
They'll
they're
drag me.
dragging you out of your yard, bro.
And then when they-
You're
when
not
they-
even, you've just got boxers.
Alright, cool. And when they dash me in the war zone, yeah, I'm finding a way out, cuz, bro. Like, I'm finding a way out. I'm hiding. Because I'm hiding, man. I'm not built for war.
I'm not built for
I'm
it,
not
bruv.
built for it.
I'm built for thinking. I'm not built for like, nah.
Nah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
To get what, trench foot and that? Nah, mate.
Club
And club foot.
Club foot.
Nah, mate.
And PTSD. We're laughing, but it's not even a laughing
not even
matter.
a laughing
But going back to what we were talking about, yeah. You only get your promotion when you're out with your bosses, you know.
Yeah, you do.
You only get that, and
You
you're
need to
only
be in
gonna
those
get that through like socializing. I got this girl at work, right? Me and her like mad cool, right? And she's been at the company like 2 years, no, going 3 years now. And she's like, I don't go to none of these town halls. These people them know me. Like, you know, I'm never gonna be at the town hall. Never going to no damn summer party, no Christmas party. I do my job and I cut.
Okay, I
Right?
wonder what her salary's saying. Is it good?
Is she not complaining to me all the time whenever she gets the opportunity?
Hey, look at that.
I tell you, man.
Sorry.
Like, I don't know why we
Sorry.
do that. Listen,
You
I kiss ass. Okay, I will kiss ass for whatever it is that I need to go get
At
in
work
this
and
life, cause
outside
in
of
this.
work. Sorry. You set it up, bro. You can't look directly in the camera and be like, I kiss ass. And I'm thinking, wait, is this at work or is this? Well, boy, since Enoch left, this finger's taken a turn, boy.
Yeah, we say that, but if they knew our off the camera,
camera
conversations, man.
Off the camera chats.
Nah, do you know what it is? We just took the mask off.
Yeah, we did. Let's go.
Took the mask off.
But yeah, you kiss ass at work.
Yeah, man. That not in the sense in which I lose my dignity, right? I still have principles, but like I'm gonna.
Your dignity.
I don't mean in that capacity.
No.
I'm not physically kissing us, okay? And I know what you lot are thinking. No.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, it's just like the loss of dignity just to get promotion. You be asking yourself, you're thinking.
It's natural. It's me being myself, yeah.
Yeah,
But I know sometimes, yeah, when I'm smiling, busting joke, whilst also doing my job. So it's like, oh, he provides so much. He's such a great guy.
Nice,
He's
isn't
such
he?
a great guy, right? So that's why, like, that I'm able to go into like meetings with my head of department and be like, yo, I want this, I want that, because I'm like, I'm not putting on the show, but is there intention behind it? Of course.
Yeah.
Yes, there's intention.
This is what I'm
man.
saying. Go out to the work promotion and go out to the work drinks and get your promotion. Remember that TikTok, that other girl, yeah? I actually want her to. I really want to chat to her just on a separate note. But she put that video. Did you see it? Where she was like, "These people, they'll be taking you to the Deer, and they'll be taking you to pubs called the Deer and the Hand or whatever."
I think I've seen it, but I can't
And
really
she was
remember.
like, "Shotty drinks, Shani." I don't know what she said in Europe, but basically in Yoruba, yeah. She's basically saying that why do these people always want to do work drinks?
Yeah.
And she was like, "You people, I'm gonna take you to eat the lounge and you'll buy us all."
Oh yeah. Oh, Victoria.
Is that her
Yeah,
name?
Victoria? Yeah, Victoria.
Victoria.
That's Oti's friend.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Hi,
Oti's friend.
Victoria.
Yeah,
I really
yeah.
enjoyed the podcast, but I did comment and I was like, I think there is also a
It's not even Victoria's victory. Oh my days.
Hey,
victory. I'm so sorry.
Victory. Nice to see you. I feel like there is a, and it always has been, kind of like especially black women being disenfranchised from that work culture of drinks and the pub and these sorts of things, because they're not typically spaces where, you know, black women want to necessarily
and be able to assimilate as well.
And assimilate. I can't lie, even as a black man going to the pub, it took some adjusting.
Yeah, it did.
And also, when you're around your colleagues, they're talking about things that maybe you might not be as interested in. Do you know what I'm saying? So you do have to play a bit of a pretend game. But when that pay packet is landing, you will thank yourself.
You will thank yourself. G.
Listen, your mum had to relax her hair to go to work to be approved. You just have to go to work drinks, you know. It's not that bad. They let you wear your natural hair, sis. Please, don't complain too much.
You, Mr. Man with your cane rose, they allow you with your cane rose now. You better go to them pub drinks.
Go to that pub drinks.
You better go.
That's where they remember you, mate.
Nah, on the real, that's honestly
because they want
to
see your personality.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that's why, like, you know, when during the interview process, you always have like a cultural fit section of the interview process. Like, you might talk to 2 or 3 people from the team, and they just want to see, are you a lad? Are you one of the lads? Do you know what I mean?
Can you take a bit of banter?
That's why I be busting joke, bruv. Bro, in the interviews, I just bust joke,
you have
man.
to.
Because even the job that I have now, I messed up that interview. I was not good at all whatsoever. But I knew that I could do the job, obviously, because I've done it like for so many years. But I just messed up on the interview. I still got the job though.
Because
because personality. That's what they said. They said, you're a cool guy. I was like, alright.
You know what? We like you.
Cool.
I'll take it.
I'll take it.
But the more we can get into those spaces and start socializing in real life and come off of social media. This is not advocate for coming off social media, by the way. Because before bed, I'd definitely tuck in.
I'm definitely doom scrolling.
Doom scrolling.
I did the doom scroll this morning to the point in which TikTok said, maybe take some time off.
You know when the video... raw boy. For me, sometimes though, I won't it's a joy scroll. They like to say doom scroll. It is a joy scroll because I'm enjoying myself.
Yeah, I hear it.
But then it does get to the point...
Like I've scrolled.
You know it gets to the point where your eyes are tired.
Yeah, because I've scrolled.
And I've scrolled tired. To the point where they're now selling me fairy liquid for 10 quid. Yeah, that's
I know, big up TikTok shop. You know, you told me about the what's it, the 90 toilet rolls. Now I'm buying it when I get paid.
Bro.
I'm buying it on Friday.
Guys, I bought toilet roll in October. I think I bought that toilet roll off TikTok shop. Yeah, 90. It's still there. I bought 90 rolls. It's now, we're nearing March.
You know, like that.
And it's still there, mate. And it's soft. And it's only 20 quid. Do you know what I mean? TikTok shop, mate.
If you ever decide to have children, like, we planning for them in terms of that socializing? Like, what does that look like?
That's a great question, you know. What would that look like? For me, it would look like giving them a well-rounded view of the world. So it would look like...
And what were your experiences as well? Go on.
So, I think obviously because of the benefit of my mum's job, when my mum moved to this country, the only thing on her mind was, how am I going to get back to Jamaica? Like, whenever I want to go, how am I going to get back there? And so that's what drove her to go and work for a airline, right? So because of that decision that she made, I was fortunate enough to be able to travel the world and see various cultures for discounted rates, because obviously she worked for them, right?
Did she specifically single out an airline?
Yeah.
Wow.
Bro, her only prerogative was, okay, now I'm in England, how am I going to get back to Jamaica? Because obviously flights are expensive. And she's thinking, how am I going to go back and see my family? How am I going to travel when I want some sun?
Yeah.
And so she was like, right, airline.
Wow.
It was just so simple back then. There wasn't 20 interviews and all of that just to see if you're a cultural fit. But I'm sorry, just a bit hurt. But she
we've all been there.
Yeah, sorry. But yeah, so that was her main priority. So that's why she went for Delta.
Yeah.
And then when she got the job, maybe I shouldn't say the company, but when she got the job, she stayed there. Okay. But because of that opportunity, I was able to go and travel. So she would send me back to Jamaica to be with my grandparents for 6 weeks over holidays, 7 weeks. So and that would happen very frequently, to the point where I wasn't born there like my brother, and I was quite jealous that he was born there. So I feel like I had to like go there loads of times just to kind of soak up the culture. But to your point, why I'm saying that is I would want my children to see the world, so that they see that they don't, where they live is not the only way of living.
Yeah.
And it will give them a greater appreciation for other cultures, other people.
Yeah.
In terms of socialize, so travel is definitely one. I want them to socialize with, I just want them to be social, sociable. They could be introverted. I'm not trying to force that on them, but I want them to be able to have friends of different cultures, friends of their same culture, so that they don't feel isolated. It's a balance. I want them to feel that they have friends of their same culture, so they feel a sense of belonging, but they also know how to integrate with people outside of that culture, so that they can also, make strides in life. I'd want them in activities, swimming, football.
That's when the swimming instructor is gonna dash your child in the water. You see how they do that? Well, let's pick up the child and dash it in the water.
That thing,
float.
Float. He's been in the uterus 9 months. He can float. I'm like, you lot are crazy. This is child abuse. Okay. It's child abuse. I don't care.
I'm saying, I'm not going to them swimming lessons. My baby better just go by herself, because I'm not going to that.
What is that?
I'm gonna fight. I'm like,
how can the baby
dash
breathe?
up my child in the
He
water?
knows how to breathe. No, he's not a fish. I don't care. That's child abuse. Okay. Well, you think I'm doing that? You think I'm gonna take a chance that with my picnic? They're not swimming until they're 5. He's not fish. He ain't got gills. Do you know what I mean? Dumb, man. Like, look at me. I think my child is. Anyway, let me not start that thing. But yeah, so that would be my my thing. Various activities. Maybe bit of fencing.
Bit of fencing, you know.
Do you know what I'm saying? Bit of.
So what? You're gonna live in Chislehurst, yeah?
Basically, guys,
so funny, yeah.
Why was I not looking at Chislehurst the other day as well?
Bro, so completely off of the conversation, yeah. Every time I want to go Bromley, yeah, I get the 261 from Bexley Heath, yeah. Do you know the stark difference when you go through the Sidcup bypass, yeah? As soon as you cut that and you're away from like Kent and Bexley and all of that, you go straight into Bromley, yeah. I'm like,
the sun begins to shine.
Blood of Jesus, bruv, we're poor.
Yeah.
Nah,
it's real.
It's such a change.
You're like, wait, what? When I just in Sidcup High Street, and now I'm in what? Bro, it's mad.
Bruv, crazy, man.
So those areas, those affluent things, I just want my kids to be world-rounded, man. And but again, I know I said this already, but I just want them to. I want their culture to be rich.
Yeah.
I want them to know where they're from, because I don't want them to feel like they have to be something else.
That's another thing as well. Do you know what I'm thinking, bro? Because of all these parasocial relationships that people are forming, right? That's probably why they're losing their culture or where they come from as well. Because it's like, well, I don't want to go anywhere. So you're not even going to travel either. Like, go and explore the world. Like, if you want to pass that on to your children, yeah, it's not just about understanding the language. It goes beyond that as well. It's understanding the culture as a whole. And obviously picking what makes sense and what doesn't, But how are you going to do that if you're just cooped up in your yard?
This is the other thing about globalization. And I want to ask you the same question about your kids in a sec. But this is the other thing about globalization is that the more economies and countries start to merge and we start to do business online and, we start to have global audiences, we might start to see a watering down of culture. Yeah. Because TikTok in and of itself, which has been mentioned, take a shot for every time, but I've said TikTok on this podcast. But that in itself has its own culture. Yeah. There are things that I learned there that I can't relay to people in real life. Yeah. And so you kind of wonder, how is that not nurturing us as a generation, future generations? Will we have the rich culture that our parents had when we were younger? Will we eat the same foods, or are we going to be all eating Turkish pasta now because Anna Paul put it on there? Do you know what I mean? No one knows how to cook oxtail and yam no more, but it's, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, yeah. But how about yourself? What would you say if you decide to have kids? How would you raise them?
How would I raise them? Whilst I am answering that question, can you just quickly type in how many people in the past 5 years have left the UK on ChatGPT? So how would I raise my children? I'd want them involved in like activities as they get older. Like I want them involved in activities. I want them to be active. I want them whatever sport that they direct themselves towards, right? I will encourage them. I will push them because I think it's important to be able to create and nurture the ability to be social when you're young, because then they're able to take that into their adolescent stages and adulthood as well. Like the way in which I grew up, my parents was like, stay in your house, right? And I understand what they were doing. I don't think it was completely correct because I lost out on a lot of opportunities and things that I could have done at a young age. But so I would do things slightly differently. I want them involved in after school clubs. Yeah, that's how I do it. Like any sport they gravitate towards, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there for them. You know,
it's so important, man. Sports, after school clubs. Yeah. That's another thing as well. I don't. Are after school clubs still a thing?
I don't know. I used to play. When I was in primary school, I was part of a Congolese drum group, right? It was either Congolese or Angolan. The drum was called the djembe. Starts with a D.
Was that run by a guy called Finn?
No, it was run by Tiago. Musty knows. Shout out Musty.
Because some of them used to go to various primary schools.
And Jemima.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Because I used to do one, but the guy's name was like Vin or something.
Because they all work for Greenwich Council, bro.
Yeah.
So they probably all knew each other like that.
Did.
Yeah, but I had Tiago, Portuguese guy. Okay. And he used to teach us. He used to get frustrated about us, but we were so sick as well. So he's like, me, Musty, and Jemima, yeah. Don't annoy me, man. If it wasn't for the blacks in that group, but yeah, I was involved in stuff like that, and I'm actually quite grateful that my parents even allowed me to do stuff like that, because obviously they always wanted me at home, but like that shaped me when I think about it.
It's the extracurriculars. And now that I think about it, because you asked about how I was raised, my mum used to take me to Saturday music lessons where I'd learn piano and flute. And then I would do that drum thing that you did. Everyone had to learn recorder.
Oh yeah, recorder did that as well. Yeah,
everyone had to learn recorder.
Little sis did cello.
Sick cello. And then sports and all of that kind of thing. I won't lie, the football, I was too heavy for the football. I won't lie to you. I could only be in goal, guys. I would go football practice, and I would cry because I was so hungry. I'd be like, I'm in football practice. With the training. You had to work and then you could eat, sort of thing. And I used to just go to my dad like, I'm hungry. I don't want to play. I'm hungry. And all like the drilling and all of that and all the fun. But it was his fault because that guy used to take me chip shop every day after school. Like 2-3 times.
What, Chip and Savoy?
Chips, sausage and batter, not sausage
and batter.
But he would tell me, don't tell your mother, don't tell your mother. Because I'm like, Dad, I'm hungry. And he'd be like, all right, come. Don't tell your mother. We go to the chip shop. And then I'll come home, my mum's then cooking corned beef and rice, chicken and rice, whatever, and I'd eat on top. So it was his fault, really, why I was fat. But I just couldn't keep up with the football. But I was sick in goal, though.
You're sick in goal? Yeah. Oh, reflexes then. You had reflexes.
Were there.
But you could have done a thing then,
I could have,
if you don't work. Because I was good at reflexes as well. Yeah. I remember when we were in Cranwood, we used to do, sometimes we have to do indoor rounders because it was too wet or something, right? I was a sick fielder, Man, I still remember it because it's my greatest sporting moment in my life, right? PE, year 7, right? I remember the person hit the batter. Is it the batter?
Batter, batter. What's that? Okay. Wait, what's the game? What game did you say it was? Rounders. Yeah, the bat.
Is it the batsman?
The batsman. Yeah, you're talking about the guy who's that? Okay,
yeah. He hit the ball right. Right. There was two significant moments in my life. Right. There was one. He must have hit it. It went on the left. Yeah. I'm putting my mic down, but you lot will hear me in it. Yeah. I must have jumped for it. Yeah. I jumped and I caught it.
Mad.
Mr. Ball was like, yo, I thought that was sick. And then another one. Yeah. This time it was on the right, yeah. Man caught it with one arm, bro. One hand. Yeah? And I know it's silly for me to remember something from year 7, but those are my greatest sporting moments of my life.
Jesus, we need the action replay. Was that? So the first one was rounders.
Both of them was rounders.
They're both rounders. Oh, okay.
I even did not say there's another one as well. Year 10, I was playing in goal, right? They said, Afro, go and goal, right? Because the guy didn't want to play in goal anymore. So I'm putting one glove on, had the glove on, right? Had the one glove on. I was putting the other one on, and then Jay Nuttall, I said his full name, you know.
Man, like,
big up Jay, man. Jay was about to shoot from long range because he saw I'm still getting myself ready, yeah. He shot on the right, yeah. I said, I could see it, and I was like, I can save this.
Mad.
But I jumped from the left to the right. Boom!
Bro, that's the best thing about being in goal. I thought I was David Seaman, boy. The way I would be jumping.
But Mr. Ball was like,
cold.
to me.
Cold.
Yeah.
Cold.
Yeah, I didn't get to play professionally, but yeah, that's my thing still.
But that's it. At least we didn't get the Achilles heel injury.
You know, that's my thing still.
Yeah, trust me, bro. So you would have your kids do the similar kind of thing.
Yeah, I get them involved. I even went for tryouts. Charlton Academy. I went for tryouts. Yeah. I went for Charlton Academy and I went for Dulwich Hamlet as well. Because I used to stay at my former best friend's house during the summer holidays. So we went for trials at one point. We went for trials, yeah. I like football, but I didn't know anything about when it came to kits and the right shoes to wear. But I wore Nike Shocks on. So if you know what Nike Shocks are, those are basketball shoes, bruv. I was playing with them. Them man were laughing at me. They're all laughing at me because they all had their Astros or they had their molds on. I came in Nike Shocks. They're like, where your? Do you know? They asked, where are your Astros? I said, I forgot them. I never had them. My mummy never bought any of them for me. My dad didn't buy no Astros for me. The first I had when I went for trials at Charlton, yeah, I had Puma Kings. Those are classic, legendary shoes, right? Football boots, right? Those are the only pair that I had because my dad was like, let's see what he's got in it. Like, he didn't believe in me, but he thought, like, let's see what he's got. And then they saw that I had nothing.
Oh, my God.
Nothing, bro.
At least you went for the trial, lad.
Yeah, man.
You know, so crazy. That's like my mum and kickers. Sorry. Like, do you think my mum would ever buy me that kickers?
She never bought
you lot that had them kickers in school.
I was jealous.
Used to piss me off because I was so jealous. You lot would just, one ankle's green and one ankle's got the red one. My mum bought them. You know,
my shoes were from Shoe Zone, bro.
My Shoe Zone or Clark's.
Yeah.
My mum would take me to Clark's to get the proper, you know, the boat shoe thing. The proper boat shoes with the lace that just about crosses over because my foot was wide, boy. So I had to shove in the foot in the thing and you shoehorn. You remember shoehorn?
Yeah.
You put your shoes in. Because I remember I went kickers to try and put my foot in the kickers. Nah, my foot was too broad for that thing, man. It weren't working.
I turned into one, like, year 10, I turned into one bad boy, bruv. I started wearing my Air Max Limiteds on, bruv.
Oh, yeah, I remember what you were.
Yeah, when I was with my white girlfriend, I was like, I'm going to be a bad boy now. What? I remember my attitude started changing as well, yeah. I got called into Miss Blaney's office like twice. She's like, Afo, I don't know what's going on. She's like, you're a prefect as well, you know. Afo, I don't know what's going on. Because I wanted to fit in. I said, I'm bad boy now. Man, a girlfriend as well. I'm a bad boy.
When the teacher says, I don't know what's going on, they're like, look, you're stepping out of who we know you to be, mate.
I was stepping out of line, mate. I was trying to be like everyone else, man. The bad breed.
You know, that's actually a humbling question. Like, I don't know what's going on. Like, it's a humbling statement because it's like we've seen you and we know that something's going on.
They know me as a goody two-shoes, but I didn't want to be good anymore, bruv. I wanted to be bad. Because being a bad boy was getting the girls. I turned into a bad boy, I got the girl.
It was. It's a true thing. Listen, where was I going with Clark's shoes? But I'm moving. Clark's.
About the boat shoe and the big bag.
All the cool guys had the Just Do It bag.
Do you know what I mean?
And the mine was the functional backpack. That was my A4 book, English book, and planner and maths book, and the CGP exercise guide book, yeah. It was a functional book, backpack. It wasn't none of this. Oh yeah, because also another thing, them man used to roll up and crunch up that CG book in the
and put in their Just Do It bag.
Just Do It bag, bro. You're really dumb. Let's deep it.
That's an analogy of their life, Sha. Crunch up and mash up and
peak too damn soon. I was jealous, boy. I was
I'm
jealous.
so jealous. I wanted just do
was
it
so
bag.
jealous,
I
man.
wanted to untuck my shirt.
Ah.
Do you know what I mean? Like
My mum was like, well, you can't carry that bag out of school. I want to go JD. You know in August, mum, but JD,
yeah.
bag. You can't carry that bag out of school. No, your bag don't fit in my backpack. Then school book can't fit in there. Oh, but take this bag and then buy me one old functional one from, I don't know where she got it. Sure, man. Man wanted to style it. I wanted my ears pierced. That's why I got my ears pierced now, guys. That's why I did it as an older youth. That's why I'm growing my hair, guys, as an older youth. I wanted the
You wanted to style out.
I wanted cane roll. I wanted ear piercing. My mum didn't want to give me none of that.
My mum was like, bro, my mum used to cut my hair. Like, yes. My mum used to cut my hair, bro. Bro,
I
bold,
know them ones. Bold. I know them ones.
And Happy Slap was prominent back then. I've told you this story before, yeah. It was Joseph, Big Joseph, yellow tie, right?
Yeah.
See, it was either Joseph or Jason. I can't remember which one. I think it was Joseph.
Yeah.
So I was walking from it was travel. So we were walking from one class to the other, right? Mm-hmm. Walking from my class, I had my coat on, had my hood up, right? He's like, "Why you got your hood up, bruv?" Mm-hmm. Pulled it down, saw my bar lead, bruv. Put it back up. He said, "I understand." Because, bro, I have a big head. I have a big head, and it's a target. So who do you think was getting the Happy Slaps? It was me.
It was Afro.
I got some dirty slaps, and I'm sure I've erased a lot of them from my memory. I got dirty slaps, bruv, because I got a hook on I got a hook, bruv. My head hook up, bruv. So
Man's
when you
got the
slap
junior.
me, yeah, when you slap me,
Man's got the junior from my wife and kids hook, bruv.
Hey, I got the hooks slap up, bruv, and my head would just bubble, bro.
Do you remember in assembly when Miss Blaney was like, "Stop slap happen! You guys need to stop slap happen!" And he was like, "Miss Blaney, it's happy slapping, slap happen, you know."
Hey, do you know? Oh no,
happy slapping.
I don't know where Miss Blaney's
man.
around, but I hope she doesn't ever hear this. Yeah, you know she.
Don't. We love you, Miss Blaney.
No, we do. We love
legend.
We love Miss Blaney.
But what?
Remember when she broke the bench in the girls' room?
When Miss Blaney broke that bench. Mate. That was so funny. And that news spread like wildfire.
Oh my days.
You know, like the wooden PE bench. You know that one with the white things at the end and the brown. Brocket.
Love you, Miss
Man,
Blaney.
we love you, Miss Blaney. You are a living legend. Sorry, I forgot.
We went on a tangent.
a whole
Oh my
tangent.
days.
But what was it?
Oh, you asked me what would I do for my kids, and I already explained.
Oh yeah, you explained that. Talked about the head, the hood.
Yeah.
It's true. Sometimes people. I went Charisma Barber, innit? Shout out Charisma Barber growing up.
Francis Street. Yeah. I went there as well. I went there the one time.
Yeah.
And my mum didn't like it because I told them don't cut my hair, just give me a shape up. So I had an afro when I could grow my hair.
Okay, nice.
I had a mini afro, had it, shaped up, styly. You know, you would think that I was in the 70s or something, right?
Yeah.
I said I like this still.
That was suiting. I can see that suiting.
Yeah, I went home. My mum said, "What? What's this? You wasting my money on this? You wasting my money on this?" I didn't get my hair cut by a barber for like another year until when Happy Slap was at its peak. I was like, "Mum, I'm getting bullied. I'm getting bullied. I'm getting bullied."
Oh God. Mom, I'm actually getting bullied now.
Bullied.
You think you're being efficient and cost effective, and you're actually causing me to be bullied now, Mom. What's happening is it's not working.
It's not working.
It's not working. The reverse is happening, Mum.
There was even times my dad used to cut my hair, and my dad's not good at cutting hair. Bro. So I had patches. I had
my uncle. Is he?
I had patches.
No.
But I went through it.
Fam, my uncle cut my hair once, yeah. I won't say who said it, but my uncle cut my hair once, and I was feeling it. I was like, yeah, what, yeah, because I never used to get a fade.
Yeah.
I only started getting a fade at uni, bro.
No, we were sheltered.
Sheltered youths, guys. Fades. I never got a fade. First year of uni, I didn't have a fade.
You
I
just got.
I used to get a one.
Yeah, a one
over
thing.
all. I think the most I ever had was a Nike tick in the back of my head.
Do you know what you got? You got a Marcus Houston.
Yes.
You got a Marcus Houston, bruv.
Yes.
With the long, sharp sideburn.
Sideburn there and the one all over.
Yeah, one all
All
over.
over. That was all I had, yeah.
I didn't get faded until my 20s. I just did.
Yeah.
Until
It
my
was,
20s.
you know, it was actually Kieran. Kieran said it to me once, yeah. He was like, bro, you should get a fade, you know. And I was like, what's
a fade?
that? What's that? Why would I get that? And then from then, I just never stopped.
Our parents didn't want us to be like the blacks.
They didn't want
I
us.
swear down.
They
Bro,
did
I'm
not.
even thinking like the first proper fade I got. Yeah, it was with Frank.
Frank,
You know that day that you took me?
that's mad.
That was the first time I got like a proper fade.
Wait, so I took you technically to your first fade?
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
insane. That is some.
I was 23.
That is some.
Nah.
I was at least 18.